Hi guys, welcome to today's lesson. What we're going to do is start an EC2 instance up and then SSH into that EC2 instance using a keeper, which we'll have to create through a third-party tool because we're on Windows. There's already a Mac lesson on this channel, so feel free to go check that out if you're on Mac, and if you're on Windows, let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is go to EC2. And we need to fire up an instance. So we'll keep this in the free tier as it's just a demo. This is the new Amazon dashboard layout. So we're just going to go to launch instance. Fantastic. We're going to tick the free tier eligible. And then what we're going to want is the Amazon EC2 AMI free instance. That one there. We'll keep it general purpose. Again, we'll just keep it all the default settings. So I'm just going to click review and launch. So review and launch, that's fine. Perfect. And that's launched. So at this point, it's going to ask us to create a keeper. So we're going to create a new keeper and we're going to call this EC2 demo Windows. And what this is going to allow us to do is SSH in using a third-party client into that EC2. So then we're actually operating on that machine. So let's download that keeper because you need that for later. Perfect. And that's launched that instance. Okay, so since we're on Windows, there's another step to this. We need a client that allows us to create a private key and SSH in. So what we're going to do is go and download Putty. So I'll put the link in the description. Putty is just a free open source client that allows you to SSH in to your EC2. So download it here and you pick the one that's relevant for your machine. So I am on a 64-bit machine and that's it downloading. And it's pretty simple. You just go next, next, and install. So I'm going to install Putty. In the meantime, our instance is currently running. So once I have Putty installed, I'll start the video again. Okay, that's Putty installed. So the first thing we need to do is go to Putty Gen. So not Putty itself, but Putty Gen. What we want to do is generate a saved private key. So we want to go load. And then the next thing you want to do is locate where this file is that we downloaded earlier. So if I go show in folder, we'll see that this one is in my downloads. So I will go to my downloads folder. I'm just copying and pasting for speed. You want to select all files. And we will see that is the one that I have just downloaded. So if we double click that one, it was imported successfully. Okay, now what you need to do is save the private key. So click save private key. We're fine with what the password is for the purposes of this demo. I'm just going to put it in my documents. I'm going to call this EC2-demo-key and save. Brilliant. So then what we have to do next is close the Putty Gen and we're going to go to Putty itself. So Putty is just the client that lets us SSH or log into our EC2 if you want to think about it that way. So to do this, make sure you have your EC2 highlighted, ready to go. We're going to connect to that instance. And what we're going to do is copy and paste in the example this full line. So it's the username @ symbol and then the DNS address. So we just copy that into the host name. And then there's one more step where we need to go to the SSH down the left hand side, expand that to the auth, and we go down to the bottom where it says private key file for authentication. We click the key that we just created, not the one we downloaded, but the one we just created out of the Putty Gen. We open that and we click open. If this is the first time you've logged in, hit yes, because it will be. And as you can see, we're now logged into that EC2. First thing you want to do is sudo yum update, so it updates all the libraries to the most recent versions. Click Y for yes. And once that's done, that is you ready to go and use your instance how you wish via the terminal. So thanks for listening. There's plenty more content on my website, johnnychivers.co.uk, where you'll find multiple AWS lessons. And until next time, thanks for watching.